Good morning, students. In previous class, we are discussing pedigree analysis. On the basis of pedigree analysis, today I will start the next concept, Mendelian disorder. Good morning, students. In previous class, we are discussing pedigree analysis. This pedigree analysis mainly helps for the how to characters are transmitted from parents to offspring. And some other disorders is also identified with the help of pedigree analysis. On the basis of pedigree analysis, we are consider two disorders such as Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. Today I will start the next concept. That concept is Mendelian disorder. This disorder is mainly depends on the alteration or mutation of the single gene. Okay, this disorder is helps for the or determine the alteration or mutation of the single gene, and this is transmitted from parents to offspring, and this is completely depends on the principles of inheritance of the Mendelian. Okay, this is an Mendelian is an father of the genetics. You already explaining the different type of the principle. On that principles helps for the analysis of the Mendelian disorder. And this disorder is having different examples such as hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria, thalassemia. And this is also one of the genetic disorder. It causes due to the gene mutation. It means sudden genetic changes occurs in the genes that you also called as the gene mutation. This disorder is also occurs in the genes, or alteration of genes either in loss of or gaining of genes is also creates a Mendelian disorder. This disorder is mainly completely depends on the principles of inheritance or Mendelian patterns of inheritance. And in the year of 1803, a famous scientist John Otto discovered this disease. Okay. And then the definition of this disease is, it is mainly occurs in the X-linked recessive genes. Already in the previous class, we are discussing types of the chromosomes. Two types of the chromosomes are there, autosomes and allosomes. Here, these two chromosomes you have to consider on the autosomes. Autosomes are shown in the some other disorders. These disorders mainly consider in the X chromosome. In female having X and X chromosomes, male having X and Y chromosomes. This disorder is mainly shown in the only in the X chromosome, where here this X chromosome is present in the recessive in condition. It can't express their character. This disease occurs in the X-linked disease. Here the blood clotting is taking within a time, does not take the within in a time, that you also called as the hemophilia. Here blood clotting is takes very late or delay to the absence of some factor, that you also called as the hemophilia. If the blood clotting is takes within a time, that person is a normal person, but blood clotting does not take a normal time or it take a delay of the clotting time, that person is suffering from the hemophilia disease. This disease occurs the absence of second protein. If the person in the blood, the second protein is present, the person does not having a second protein, concentration is less than that, here the person is suffering from that hemophilia disease. Here two types of the diseases are there, hemophilia A and hemophilia B. Hemophilia A and hemophilia B. Hemophilia A, this is a classical hemophilia or royal bladder disease. Why it is called as the royal bladder disease? It mainly occurs in the royal family such as Queen Victoria, first invention in the royal family, hence it is called as the royal bladder disease. Why it is called as the classical hemophilia? It is a common disease that you have to call as the classical hemophilia. How to occur this hemophilia A disease? This is due to the absence of blood clotting factor 8. It means the chromosomes having a different type of the blood clotting factor. Here you have to consider the factor 8 is absent, that is the person is suffering from the hemophilia A. That condition is anti-hemophilic globulin. This factor is completely absent in the blood, hence the person is suffering from the hemophilia A disease. And second one is hemophilia B, Christmas diseases. Due to the absence of blood clotting, the factor 9, it means the chromosome having a different factor. The 9th factor is absent. The 9th factor is plasma thromboplastin components. This component is absent in the blood. The person is suffering from the hemophilia disease. Okay, these are the main two types of the hemophilia. First, in the invention in the royal family, Queen Victoria suffering from the hemophilia disease, it is mainly the royal family of the England. She is a carrier from the hemophilia condition. Okay, Queen Victoria having this disease in the royal family of the England. Mutant individuals are present in this Queen Victoria. She is suffering from the hemophilia condition. And how to these characters or diseases characters are transmitted from parents to offspring? Some patterns are there. That patterns is considered here only. This is mainly considered in the X-linked recessive genes. Both male and female had both having XX chromosomes, female having XX chromosomes, male having XY chromosomes. Here, if X chromosomes is recessive condition, the person is suffering from the hemophilia. And second one goes to, this is follows the crisscross patterns of inheritance or skip of generation of inheritance. Crisscross means the transmission of characters from fathers to son, sons to daughter. That you have to consider as the crisscross patterns of the inheritance. Okay, the characters are transmitted from the fathers to son, sons to daughter. That you have to consider as the crisscross inheritance. It is also same as that of the father to son, sons to daughter. If the female is suffering from the hemophilia, then both the X chromosomes are defective in condition. In female, you have to consider two types of chromosomes of XX chromosomes. Here both are shown in the defective alleles. Hence the person is or female is suffering from the hemophilia condition. And next, in the female carrier, it having a single gene for the hemophilia and any appearance of the X chromosomes, individual's appearance in the normal in condition. Here you have to consider if the female is carrier in condition, it having a single allele. If the person is suffering from the hemophilia disease in father side, the X individuals appears in the normal in the condition. Because the alleles are normal blood clotting timing factors is completely depends on the clotting level of the blood or within the time of the blood clotting. And this defect is occurs in the X chromosome, but X chromosome is always shows the dominant in condition, hence it is called as the carrier gene. If you have to consider in the male side, the person is suffering from the defective alleles. The defective alleles mainly shown in the X chromosome, mainly male having both the two chromosomes such as X and Y chromosome. But defect is shown only in the X chromosome because Y chromosomes is always dominant in condition. X chromosomes is shows the sufficient amount of defects the person is suffering from the hemophilia diseases. And corresponding Y chromosomes is as that of the same. That condition is called as the male is an hemizygous condition. Hemizygous means it having both the two types of chromosomes, X and Y chromosomes. It having a single allele. These singles having a pair of allelic characters. But these pair of allelic characters, one is dominant condition, another one is recessive condition. Here male side shows the X is an recessive condition, Y is an dominant condition. That is also called as the hemizygous individuals. That process is also called as the crisscross patterns of the inheritance. And here one more problem is there on the basis of hemophilia. If you have to consider marriage between normal man and carrier woman. Okay, these two are parents such as carrier woman and normal man. If the woman is suffering from the hemophilia disease, you have to consider X, X and H condition, and normal man is considered as the XY chromosomes. Here it produces the two gametes such as X and XH, and male side shows the two gametes X and Y chromosomes. If these two gametes are put into the checkerboard or Punnett square, it shows the male side, it shows the female side. And whenever these two cross with the male and female, and it shows the different type of the offspring. First X chromosome is crossed with the X chromosome, it produces the XX chromosome, and then the offsprings are normal girl, because these two are XX chromosomes. And if you have to cross with the X and Y chromosomes, it produces the normal boy, such you have to consider XY chromosome, it shows the Y chromosome, then it is called as the normal boy. If X is crossed with the XH, this XH is the female is having a X recessive in condition, she is suffering from the hemophilia disease, that you have to consider X and X, this is an carrier girl, because already you have to take a parents is an carrier woman. And after you have to cross with the XH is crossed with the Y, you have to consider XHY, the person is suffering from the hemophilia boy. That means what I am asking, the crisscross is the transmission of characters from fathers to sons, sons to daughters. Here also consider the transmission of characters from sometimes mothers to the girls and girls to the boy. And this the hemophilia disease, in first problem you have to consider the boy is suffering from the hemophilia disease. And here the one person goes to normal and one person is called to normal boy, and one is a carrier girl and one is hemophilia boy. It means 25% of the persons are suffering from the hemophilia disease. And next problem goes to the parents are, the person is suffering from the man is suffering from the hemophilia and the normal woman. It means the normal woman is crossed with the hemophilia man. The phenotypes are XX and XHY. Here the normal woman you have to consider XX chromosome, hemophilia consider X and Y chromosome. The gametes are X and X, and hemophilia shows the XH and XY chromosomes. These four chromosomes or these four gametes are put into the checkerboard or Punnett square. Whenever it undergo crossing in F1 generation, you have to get X is crossed with the XH, you have to get a carrier girl, and second one goes to X is crossed with the X, it goes to normal one, and here you have to consider XH is crossed with the X, and here it gets carrier girl, and again you have to cross with the X and Y to get XY, it is an normal one. The parents have to consider normal man and normal woman. The total percentage is 100. Here 50% goes to carrier girl and 50% goes to normal boy. And then next problem goes to, if the person or man suffering from the hemophilia disease or carrier woman. The parents are XXH and hemophilia man XHY. The gametes are X and XH. XH means the person is suffering from the hemophilia, and then XHY, it shows the XH and Y gametes. And these gametes are put into the Punnett square, such as this shows the female side, this shows the male side, XHY and XH. And whenever these two are crossed with the male and female, XH cross with the X, and it gives the offspring are carrier girl. X is crossed with the Y, it goes to normal boy. XH and XS goes to hemophilia girl. This is an die girl. Whenever it is born, it is an die. And XH is crossed with the Y, it goes to XHY. The person is suffering from the hemophilia Y. These are problems. Here you have to consider, one is carrier girl, one is normal in condition. One boy and one girl suffering from the hemophilia, but girl is before born, it is an die. This is a concept of hemophilia disease. Okay, thank you.